Well, hello there! How are you guys doing today? My voice is back, all the high notes. That's right, we're back in action. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about just leave the scale alone. Stop messing with it. So if you do want tabs for this, that link is down below. You can of course check out my free guitar course, the fretboard decoder, also linked down below for you. And like I said, we're talking about just play the scale. You know what, sometimes it just sounds great. Even though I teach this all the time about breaking out of the scale, coming up with creative patterns, sequencing, all this kind of stuff, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it just sounds sweet with a bunch of distortion and flying up through a scale. So that's what we're doing today. I got 5 different examples here for you. We're gonna cut the chit chat and we're gonna jump right into it. So let's go. Alright, so example number 1. Now we are just walking our way through a G major or E minor scale, depends on what you're playing over. But, you know, the whole concept of this is just we're just walking through the scale. And we're not adding any fancy sequencing, adding notes to it, anything like that. Just the scale. Sometimes this is exactly what you need. I think we get caught up thinking too much about stuff. And sometimes it's like, play the scale fast. that's just what sounds good and what works. So we're going to go like this. So it goes, I'll play it slow real quick. So I'm working my way through different modal shapes. It's all, like I said, G, E minor. So it goes 3, 5, 7 on the low E and the A. Now I go down to the D and I go 4, 5, 7. Okay? Now I'm going to stay on the D string and move up another shape. I'm going to go 5, 7, 9 on the D. Okay? It's actually an octave of the first note that we played. I'm alternate picking all of this stuff. Now I stay here. And I'm going to go to the G, 5, 7, 9. Now I stay on the G again, so I'm going to do 2 patterns here again. I shift up and I go 7, 9, 11. Okay? Now next I go to the B string. Now this one I go 8, 10, 12. And the highest string is 8, 10, 12. And the reason why I like this one so much is because if you notice that we keep that like that full step shape with our hand for the majority of this lick. There's actually only one spot where we don't do it, is right here. Otherwise, we're doing the same shape with our hand the whole time. That's what makes it so convenient. Of course, you can work on descending it on your own. That's just a good one to sit there and just run through. Just straight through that scale. Number 2! Key of A minor! And this one goes like this slow. So we have... I'll just be totally honest with you. This is like one of my favorite like 80s style runs. I love the sound of it. Now, if you notice, I did something that in most of these licks, which is just more of like a habit of my own. But I like a lick that, you know, sometimes it calls for it to start out really fast. But normally I like a lick that builds speed. So with pretty much all of them that I played, I started slow. And then I kind of built up speed, except that was really sloppy. So like I said, this is all A minor. So I'm going to go 5, 6, 8 on the B. 5, 7, 8 on the high E. Okay. Again, starting on the down, I shift up. I'm going to go 6, 8, 10 on the B, and 7, 8, 10 on the high E. Okay? Shifting up again, now here's a shape we should know, 8, 10, 12 on the B and high E. Shifting up again, 10, 12, 13 on the B and high E. Shifting up again, 12, 13, 15. Man, this is like the most convenient one ever. Now you can keep going if you want to. I ended with a bend, just to kind of keep it from going too long. Shifting up, 13, 15, 17. Now we're just doing octaves through the scale. But yeah, just walk that up. Get up here. Walk it back down. You know, just do stuff like that. And that's a good one, because you can kind of have, like, you know, your riff. kind of go into a solo. You know, and so on. Yo, 3, where would we be without some pentatonic licks here? One thing I was thinking about doing is maybe like I'll do another one of these and I'll just stick to one particular scale. That's for another day though. So this one goes like this. A little bit out of tune. So I'm just starting, it's all A minor pentatonic. I'm starting back here in box 5, and I basically walk up from box 5 all the way up to box 1 up here in our octave. So I'm gonna go 2-5 on the D and G, all alternate picked, shifting up now to box 1, 5 and 7, box 2, 7-9, 7-10, 7-9, shifting up again. Now this one I go 10-12, and then 9-12. So, shifting up again, 12-14. One more time, now we're at an octave of where we started, 14-17. And we go one more time, 17-19. You can end on A note. Number 4. Wanted to keep another pentatonic in here for you. This is one of my favorite kind of runs to do, even though I butchered it in the beginning, so sorry I played it so sloppy. But real slow, it goes like this. I think I ended there. I'm just starting in box 1 again. I'm moving all the way through. The box is the pentatonic scale, but I'm just taking little chunks out of it. But I'm just going straight through it. I'm not adding any kind of crazy pattern or anything like that. So it starts out in box 1. I go 5-8 on the low E, 5-7 on the A. Okay. Now I shift up to box 2 and I go 7-10 on the A and the D. There's my pinky in there. The rare occasion. Shifting up, we're gonna go 10-14 on, or sorry, 10-12 on the D, 9-12. Get out of there, pinky. Shifting up again. Now I'm gonna go 12-14 on the G, 13-15 on the B. Kind of a tricky one. I like to use my middle finger there. Find it works the best for me. And then back up here, we're ending on box 5, 15-17 on the B and high. You could, of course, keep going. Back to box 1. And time for the final shebang. Now this one, I chose a very similar pattern to the first one that we did, but way up higher. I found, you know, this is always a harder area for me to play in. My fingers are just very scrunched together down here. A lot of people ask why I don't use my pinky a whole lot. Oh, it's just because my hands are pretty big. And I like to play up here. Pinkies don't work up here so well for me. That's a story for another day, though. So, here's our pattern, real nice and slow. So it goes like this. Now again, it's G major, E minor. I'm resolving this one to the actual G note, though. Before I did that one, I ended on E. This one I'm ending on a G. So it starts right here, 14, 15, 17 on the low E string. In modal terms, this is kind of out of our Locrian-ish shape. Same on the A, 14, 15, 17. Now the D, it goes 14, 16, 17. So then you're going to shift up, stay on that string, but you're going to go 16, 17, 19 on the D. Same thing on the G, 16, 17, 19. Okay, so now on the B string, it's a little bit tricky here. A lot of people don't like this sound. I don't mind it so much. It's a double note. So I go to 15, 17, 19 on the B string. Play it fast enough, it doesn't really, you don't really notice it. Now I stay on the B string and I go 17, 19, 20. Same thing on the high E, 17, 19, 20. You see the end it on a G note. I roll my finger up and get 20 on the B. Or you could go back there if you wanted to, whatever you kind of prefer. If I'm being honest, I mean, I would probably like roll it into something different, but however you want to kind of end that lick. Alrighty guys, that is going to be it Hope you guys enjoyed that lesson, got something out of it. Hope you're rocking out. Like I said before, grab the tabs, get the free fretboard decoder. All that good stuff is down below. And yo, I will be seeing you on the flippity flop later. Can you dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it?